Please give him a massive welcome. You've been brilliant. Keep it going for George the poet.
Wow, you lot really turned out, man. How are we feeling inside tonight? You lot good? I love to see it, man. I love to see the community coming out for something that makes sense. Big up my brother Robyn, furthermore. Second book strong. Yeah. I don't want to take up too much of your time tonight. I just want to share a little piece to remind us all that there's a lot of healing that needs to happen in our community. There are a lot of different areas we need to build. And something that just makes me remember that every single time is, personally, every now and then I go to prison, I talk to the man them about socialism, our own conditions, how we're supposed to fix them. The other day I had to go to Brixton. The man them asked me what I think of rap. I said there's music and politics and we ain't supposed to mix them. You feel me? People think my issues with spitting. It isn't. It's that spitting never stopped you from sitting in prison. And that seems odd to me. Rap's a commodity. Probably the best thing adapted from poverty. So if so many men have seen a payout, why aren't their communities guaranteed a way out? The man then took a second to ruminate. And I felt like I sparked off a true debate. So I'm all getting ready to adjudicate because I love seeing young brothers communicate. And then one man broke the silence. He said, when I rap, I'm not promoting violence. I just talk about the roads to motivate the younger G's under me that are holding weight. People just get offended because they don't relate. And I knew what he was saying, so I told him straight. I said, fam, 100%, no debate. I understand what man are talking about, but I've become a man that's planned on sorting it out. And I'm sick of being told to wait. Hip-hop's... I understand what man are talking about, but I've become a man that's planned on sorting it out. And I'm sick of being told to wait. Hip-hop's been around for time, and all I can see is some tattered celebrities that can spin around the rhyme. Where's the long-term economic plan? I ain't gonna pick up a mic if I ain't speaking on it, fam. Rap's a commodity adapted from poverty. It should be owned by the streets, but it's owned by the labels who make our own kind compete. When we're the only ones that should have the monopoly. Rap's a commodity adapted from poverty. From a minority, it attracts the majority. But the minorities' issues ain't sorted out enough. So why does no one talk about this stuff? One of the men that interjected. He said, it's true. This image has been projected, but the culture that we're from ain't been protected. Everybody started looking introspective. Then he carried on. Me, I was physically mute. He said, I'm a man that's in prison because he shoots. Now for these rap guys are talking about my life, but I'd rather listen to you than listen to these youths. George, when you're locked up, you get time to think. Otherwise, your mind will shrink. So I like hearing things that expand my mind. Not how I'm shotting O's and I bang my 9. Furthermore, enough of these men are lying. She can't understand the lying. Talking about your album's £4. I ain't got £4 for them rap youths. Talking about your album's £4. I ain't got £4 for them rap youths. Gee, I would rather cop your album and strap suits. I said, my brother, all I can tell you is I'm a man on a mission going ham on a vision, and I ain't no damn politician. You see, I'm a stakeholder trying to take over and give these kids a future that ain't so crud. So the aim of the game is to make dough, cuz. That's why instead of me selling you dreams, I'm trying to outline some revenue schemes. And I won't lie, it bothers me I'm having to discern this whole ideology in capitalist terms. But I'm not in a position to execute a revolution. So for now, my resolution's evolution. The first thing to acknowledge is we need our own colleges, scholarships. Before me. The first thing to acknowledge is we need our own colleges, scholarships, politics, governance systems to prioritize our own brothers and sisters. Secondly, we need intellectual weaponry, research institutes, employers and friends in high places, cuz judges and lawyers and ends. Thirdly, education is very certain. Our youth need to be leading by at least 2030. Fourthly, let's look out for each other everywhere, north, east, west and south. Let's test it out, brethren. That's how it's gotta be. That's how it's gotta be. And number 5, one word, property. Our community is in need of this. If you want, I'll get a caller to leave you lot are reading this. Because I'd rather be the one, I'd rather he's the one providing a word for you lot to consider when you're riding your birds. And that's my 5-point plan. You understand? For now, it might sound a bit strange, but if you're down with the change, then it's you who I'm giving it out to. But at the same time, it isn't about you. It's the youth who'll be living it out through. And it's gonna happen with or without you. Mark my words. Mark my words. The room went quiet again, and a man said, "You're gonna start a rioting pen." Tupac tried it once, you're gonna try it again. You know they're gonna block your bars on purpose. I said, thank you for reminding me, cuz that's my point. Rap's not music, it's a broadcasting service. We decide what we talk about. So if it's more than dope on curves and smoking herbs, then how can I really go unheard when my job description is spoken word? My name's George the Poet, that's Robyn Travis. Change